Hey, I'm Brandon, joined here by my buddy Pat. We're checking out the Dainese Energyca Air Jacket coming in at 400 buckaroos. This is replacing the Super Speed textile jacket, if you are familiar with that one. Really like this combination jacket because it's a good level of protection. It's got that sporty fit and feel to it, but you've got a ton of airflow moving through this jacket as well. So this is, again, replacing that Super Speed. They needed to get that CE rating in there to update the jacket. We'll go into the finer details here in just a moment. But this is geared towards riders out there looking to maximize their airflow. You're going to find on the inside it does have a little wind blocker liner in there that you can take in and out if you wish to do so for those chilly morning rides. I know some riders like that. But before we get going, let's talk about the overall fit here. Pat here, 6 feet tall, 220 pounds with a 44-inch chest. He is currently wearing the size 54 in this jacket, and it's fitting him spot on. Plenty of room. He's got that range of motion. He can be on a more aggressive sport bike, no problem. But if you reference his sizing chart with his measurements, that's going to really put him in the size 56. So he went a full size down to the 54, and it's fitting him spot on. So that is one note I would make. I still think he has some comfort room built in here as well. So I would certainly say for riders out there who want a nice trim fit, go down a full size in this particular jacket, and I think you'll be all set. And at 400 bucks, this jacket, of course, will ship to you for free. Now, starting right up top at the collar, we've got a little bit of neoprene lined around the back. They're nice and comfy. You've got two snap position right there at the collar itself, and then swinging over to the shoulder. The main construction here is going to be a 500 denier Cordura mixed with all of this mesh, of course. And then right there at the shoulder, you've got that aluminum slider. We see that from time to time from Dainese, and underneath there, CE level 1 protection. This is some shoulder armor pulled right out of the jacket. So that's what you're going to see right there at the shoulder. See you later there. As we continue swinging our way down the arm, thank you much, Pat. You do have a little bit of adjustability right there at the bicep. You can see more of that mesh on the inside of the arm, so airflow is definitely going to get moving through this jacket, but we've got all the protection where you want it on this outer edge because this is a high impact zone, of course. A little bit of microflexion, as we like to call it, a little bit of reflectivity right there, Speed Demon logo, and this elbow armor is pretty stout. It's going to go down pretty far down the forearm, so pretty good protection in that particular area, but again, CE level 1 protection there. And then as we get to the wrist, you got two snap adjustability right there, and then you do have a zipper as the main entry right there at the wrist as well. Swinging over to the chest, you can see all of this mesh with the Speed Demon logo. Airflow is definitely going to be moving through here, and I really like that they've incorporated a good bit of mesh right underneath the armpits as well, because that is an area that tends to build quite a bit of heat. Two hand warmer pockets on both the left and right, of course. Pat, go ahead and face that direction for me, sir. Strike that riding position. And as you can see here, we've got a little bit of relief stitching, bridging the gap between this thicker kind of 3D mesh at the back and the mesh right here underneath the armpit here. So it is going to give you a little bit more mobility, I would say, in this particular riding position. Obviously, I'd love to see like a big gusset or some type of stretch implemented here. It does move well. We put them on the R6. Nothing felt restrictive, so won't knock it too hard there. But as we swing our way down to the waistline, we do have some adjustability here as well. Simple Velcro. I personally really love that. I like the range that Velcro provides versus having snap, so good job there. Pat, go and face the back for me, sir. More of that blacked out kind of reflectivity, that microflexion, if you will. Blacked out Speed Demon logo. No back protectors included, but of course you do have a pocket on the inside, so you can throw that back protector in there, and just more mesh with a drop seat as well to give you that coverage between your riding jacket and of course your pants. Pat, let's face the front. Take a quick look here on the inside. Very straightforward on the inside. As I mentioned before, you do have that windproof liner here. It's going to help block the wind. It is incredibly thin. I don't know how much wind this is really going to block for you and how long it's really going to last. I don't really love this or care for it. I wish it was a little bit thicker, or I wish it was a waterproof liner on the inside. Personally, at 400 bucks, that's certainly what I would personally expect to see for this. So yeah, maybe on the next iteration we'll get an update on that for this particular price range. Thank you, Pat. And as we peel that back, you can see just more 3D mesh on the inside right here. That's what you want to help circulate some airflow, create some space between the jacket material itself and your skin. Just makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear, of course. Got some stash pockets. You're gonna see right here on this side, you can see a little pocket for the chest protector as well. So if that's something you wanna add, you're gonna find that on both sides. So you can slot that chest protector in, no problem there. No belt loops, no short connection zipper, but you do have a full length zipper on the inside as well. So again, at 400 bucks, give us the options to utilize that stuff if we wish to do so. Pat, you can go ahead and zip that up. Thanks for holding that open for me, bud. Overall, at 400 bucks, I was expecting a little bit more out of this with the interior liner there, and give us the short connection zipper and, you know, some belt loops, just giving us that additional versatility with this particular jacket. I like the overall design. I think it fits very well. It looks very handsome on Mr. Pat McHugh over here. But again, at 400 bucks, I'd like to see a little bit more refinement, maybe a little bit of updating in the armor as well at this price point, so we can get maybe a CE AA rating. At $400, you're starting to creep into that leather territory with other manufacturers and other brands. So it's tough for me at this price point, knowing what we're lacking for this particular jacket. Overall, comfortable. Great amount of airflow, good amount of protection. I like the updates on this in comparison to the Super Speed. It feels a little bit more robust. We've got the aluminum slider as well, which we saw on the Super Speed. So a little bit of updating here. I'd like to see some improvements on the next iteration of this particular jacket. Of course, if you're looking for more details, click that info button. That'll take you over to the product page where you can take a closer look at this and see some other color options if you wish to do so. And as always, if you have any questions about this jacket or any other options you might be comparing it to, don't hesitate to reach out to our customer service team. Thanks for hanging out with Pat and I, taking a closer look at the Dainese Energyca Air Jacket. I'm Brandon.
Keep it pinned?
Keep it pinned.